So I want to share a quick discipline practice with you that's going to strengthen your discipline pretty radically, actually, and it'll do it fairly quickly in my experience. This is one that I've been doing myself recently. And essentially what I call this is passing the first test. So most people in society today, we roll over and the first thing we do is check our phone. And we know that we shouldn't do it, but inevitably when we wake up, we're kind of in this half dreamy state, and we don't have like the mental fortitude yet to stop ourselves from checking it. And so we roll over, we check it, next thing you know, we're like lost in all of these different directions that we could go in on our phone, to like social media and email and so on and so forth. And our day gets kind of caught in this vortex of different directions that we're being pulled in. We all know we shouldn't do this. And so this practice is what I call passing the first test. When you first wake up, the first test of your discipline is whether or not you roll over and you turn on that phone. And by the way, I recommend everybody at least put your phone on airplane mode, if not turning it off. I know you may have to use it for your alarm clock and so on. So if you do need to do that, then just put it on airplane mode. Do not put your phone or take your phone out of airplane mode until you've done your first major task of that day, whether that's a workout, your meditation practice, any of the deep game practices. Whatever you do first during that day, maybe wake up and have breakfast and read, which a lot of players do. Until you've knocked out that first one, do not take your phone out of airplane mode. Make sure that you get that first thing done before you're pulled in the directions of the day. And what happens when you do this, it's this little like bicep curl for your discipline muscle. First thing that just activates it. And the rest of the day, when the choice comes up to be disciplined and do the thing that you know you need to do, or to kind of go soft and, eat the junk food or skip the workout, you're going to have that muscle already pre-activated. And what I suggest is actually extending this throughout the rest of your day. See if you can notice times throughout the day where there's these little tests. You have a choice, whether you can maintain discipline and do the thing that you know is right to do, or you just lapse into this softness and do the thing that impulsively you want to do. See if you can pass as many of those tests as possible. For most people, there's going to be 10, 15, 20 of these tests per day, and that's 10, 15, 20 opportunities to strengthen that discipline muscle over and over and over. And imagine you did this every single day. Imagine how strong your discipline would be. I will tell you right now, the first day that you do this, at the end of the day, and even after that first little test, when you wake up and you don't take your phone out of airplane mode, an hour later, check in with yourself and see how much stronger your discipline actually feels. It will be noticeable to dramatic for most players. But by the end of that first day, if you've really passed a lot of these tests, you will feel so much stronger. And after a week of doing this, after a month of doing this, after a year or multiple years of doing this, your discipline will be unbreakable. Okay, so this is a really, really good practice. Pass that first test. Do not take your phone out of airplane mode until you've knocked out your first task. And then throughout the day, pass as many of those little tests as you can, and your discipline will be so much stronger for it. Hey, it's Taylor. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And if you did, the best thing to do right now while it's fresh in your mind is to head over to deepgame.com and join us in our free masterclass. Now, this is where you'll learn all 8 laws of the deep game and all of the fundamentals that you need to know about the part of basketball that's played with the mind. We've had players call this the best hour of basketball learning of their lives, and it's completely free right now. So head over to deepgame.com to join us, and I will see you there.